Hey, what's up guys? Jesse here from JPModified, back at you with a new video, and this time it didn't take us a year to come back. However, the build that we're going to show you today is a build that we completed a little over a year ago. I think a few days before a year ago. The build that we're going to feature today is a case from Thermaltake. Again, it's the Distro Case. They featured this Distro Case a few Computexes ago. We had an opportunity to take a look at the earlier engineering samples of it while it was still in development. A lot of the modders at the Thermaltake booth at the time a few years ago chipped in their thoughts on how to improve the case and everything else, and it's really good. It makes me really happy to see that they've ironed out certain kinks that we pinpointed at the time. Stuff like where to hide the cables and the motherboard tray placement and so on. So without further ado, hope you guys sit back, relax, and enjoy this video.
Started as a whisper, message from a new world I'd never known. Something about it felt like it'd been waiting my whole life. Is this home? I can hear each sound calling my name, and I feel angels around when I start to sing, and suddenly it feels like heaven's not so far away. Tell me, can you hear the symphony? Panic, panic now. Panic, panic now. Tell me, can you hear the symphony? I can't help but think that it's meant to be, that I'm finally right where I'm supposed to. If I let you into the secret, would you listen? I can hear each sound calling my name, and I feel angels around when I start to sing, and suddenly it feels like heaven's not so far away. Tell me, can you hear the symphony? Panic, panic now. Panic, panic now. Tell me, can you hear the symphony? And before too long, I found where I belong. I can hear it, oh, I can't stop the rush. Every note I touch, I can feel it saving me. Tell me, can you hear the symphony?
I found a picture we took many years ago, when I said to you we would never grow old. Messages I've saved that I never sent, cause I don't know you, but I used to back then. I remember that I was drunk out my mind when we kissed for the first time. In the back of your car we passed out counting stars. Promised all these years we'd pack our things and disappear. I never thought I would see you here after all this time.
was drunk out my mind when we kissed for the first time. In the back of your car, we passed out, counting stars. Promised all these years we'd pack our things and disappear. I never thought I would see you here after all this time. I remember that I was drunk out my mind when we kissed for the first time. In the back of your car, we passed out, counting stars. Promised all these years we'd pack our things and disappear. I never thought I would see you here. Found yourself a way out of this small town. Got a place at school you didn't hang around. Every day you're far away, these streets don't feel the same. Everywhere is painted with your name. I remember that I was drunk out my mind when we kissed for the first time. In the back of your car, we passed out, counting stars. Promised all these years we'd pack our things and disappear. I never thought I would see you here after all this time. I remember that I was drunk out my mind when we kissed for the first time. In the back of your car, we passed out, counting stars. Promised all these years we'd pack our things and disappear. I never thought I would see you here. Try to replace you with somebody out there.
If I didn't chase you, would you even care?
And if I lost my mind, would you come around? I will keep you safe and sound.
That was it, our build on the Thermaltake distro case. Now the distro case is similarly sized like the P3. It's smaller than the P4, but you know, way bigger than the P1. It has a 360 radiator support that you can put in the front like we did. What makes the case extra special is the ability to customize, you know, certain brackets, radiator mounts and stuff, all 3D printed. Now you can download certain files that are available at the 3D Maker website. I think we'll put the link down in the description below. There's a lot of cool 3D models there. There's an option there where you can mount the radiator at the top. Also options where you can put a rear fan at, you know, near the IO ports and stuff. It's really cool. I hope you guys check it out. Now the build we did this for is a repeat customer. I think this is his third build with us. He wanted to show something that would, you know, complement his background when he's streaming, but however he didn't really like too much RGB, so we decided to use the acid green coolant and, you know, showcase it a little bit more, make it pop out with blue LEDs. Came out pretty cool, very simple and very effective. As for the rest of the experience working with the case, yes, it's a little bit tricky to jam in like multiple hard drives and, you know, really thick cables in the case because of how, of course, it's laid out. Now, unlike the P3 or the P1 or the other P series cases, there's a whole bunch of space at the back where you can store your cables. Now in this case, on the distro case, you're only limited to jamming your cables inside or behind the motherboard tray. Although there's a lot of room there, as far as putting in like multiple like cables for, let's say, you know, putting in like a lot of hard drives or a lot of let's say SSDs and stuff, it will be pretty much a challenge. However, you can still manage, the cables if you carefully study the routing. In this build in particular, we were able to jam in I think 3 hard drives and 2 SSDs, and you know, no question about the M.2 since they're on the motherboard. But the cables we were able to manage with, again, 2 hard drives and 2 SSDs, I think. Yeah. The other hard disk, though, we did have to relocate and put it in on top of the power supply, because there was no way we were going to fit it in behind the motherboard tray. However, when you finally are able to close the motherboard tray, it comes out really nice, very clean. The wires are, you know, pretty invisible. Other than that, the case is pretty solid, very solid actually. You don't have to worry about you know, structural integrity or something if you decide to probably mount it on a wall somehow. I don't think it supports wall mount support, but if you want to get crafty and, you know, put it on the wall anyway, I don't think you'll have any issues with you know, solidarity of the case itself. More information on the case on the description below, and once again, till next time, this has been Jesse of JPModified. Mod on.
Found yourself a way out of this small town. Got a place at school you didn't hang around. Every day